Fit and 10 Nation, it is day 59 of the Fit and 10 Challenge, and I'm going to get right into some questions and comments. I'm going to try to keep the rest of these videos till the end of the challenge under 6 minutes. Okay, let's see how I do. This person says, I didn't get enough cardio in this week. My focus will be to get 3 or more sessions in for next week. Okay. Yes, you'll want to get 3. I'm going to suggest to you that you get 4 weight training sessions in per week. I have a feeling this person's already doing at least 4, but I'm going to, you guys already know that I made that suggestion, right? 4 weight training workouts per week. Try to do that if you can, okay? If you're not getting to 3, then just focus on trying to get to 3. All right, I'm going to be diligent with my new supplements this week. Creatine, fixation, L-carnitine, and a fat burner, as well as being on point with my diet last 2 weeks. Yes, it is a sprint. This person has added in some supplements into her arsenal. Now, to be honest with you, fat burners, maybe make maybe a 5% difference. They do work, but you got to be really on par or on target with your diet. They certainly will not make as much difference as your diet and exercise, that's for sure. They are basically like the icing on the cake, okay? Or half the icing on the cake. So the creatine, you guys, as you know, is, or maybe you don't know, primarily it's going to help with ATP production. So that's just going to help you to be able to do more reps. Okay, it's going to make you a little bit stronger, and it's also going to improve your recovery. It's also going to elicit more intracellular water in the muscle. So basically the water's going to hold more muscle, but the muscle's going to hold more water, okay? Fixation, this is another product she's taking. This is the one that I think I told you guys about for your joints. It's amazing. For me, I love it. I do have it, so if you're interested, let me know. And the L-carnitine, there's a product I have called Carnidiem. This is another fat burner. So in addition to the heat, which I'll talk about in a second. So the L-carnitine is basically, it's been clinically shown to actually help elicit the release of fat from fat cells to be oxidized as fuel. Okay, so that has been scientifically proven. And this person says fat burner. She's talking about heat. Heat accelerated, and this is basically a proprietary blend of different ingredients, things like raspberry ketones and some caffeine and some other thing, I think glucosterones and green tea and stuff like that. So very good fat burner, definitely highly recommend it. Is it going to make a difference over 2 weeks? Yeah, it can make some difference, but listen, I would really focus on, if anything, I would do a little more weight training and just really hone in on your diet, because that's going to make the biggest difference, okay? Okay, 3.5 minutes. I'm going to tell you guys a cool little story. Some of you have already heard this before. I'm going to tell you the story again. But I just want to first, actually, let me start with my message of the day. Message of the day is going to be this. Here are 5 things that I am thankful for. I am thankful for the ease of my life. I am thankful for the abundance of food, the abundance of water, the abundance of electricity, and the abundance of opportunity. Okay, everything we have at our disposal, which we just kind of, I think, take for granted. I certainly take it for granted. I remind myself, but I still take it for granted, because it's always there. It's easy, right? Flicking on a switch or turning on the tap. Or just, if I had to go out and search for a job, there's just so much opportunity out there. I think anybody can get a job these days. Maybe not necessarily the job they want, but there's definitely jobs out there. But being less specific than that, just opportunity for anything, right? Opportunity to get in shape, opportunity to enjoy whatever kind of services you want out there, whether it's going to the movies or taking a ferry somewhere or whatnot, right? We have all these services. It's just really the opportunity of everything, the abundance of what we have. So here's a cool story I want to share with you guys. I'm going to try to make this as succinct as possible, but maybe you guys don't know this, but you know, Martine's father, well, he passed away 2 years ago, but he was tribal Cameroonian. Okay, so Cameroonian's a small country just below Nigeria in Africa. It's on sort of west central Africa. So when I mean central, I mean it's like sort of near the equator, but it's on the west side. Anyways, so he was born, raised tribal Cameroonian, had no running water, grew up with no running water, no electricity, and he was actually walking to school, and I guess the Russians were there and colonizing among, you know, other Europeans, colonizing the country, and this would have been back in probably the 30s or 40s, and they were there basically trying to pick up all the smart kids, essentially. Okay, and Martine's dad was one of them. So what they ended up doing is giving him a scholarship and taking him to Russia, where he actually went on to earn two PhDs, one in mathematics and one in physics. So he's a very, very intelligent man, and of course he didn't even know Russian, right? So he got there and, you know, had to learn what a bed was, had to learn what a toilet was, because he didn't know, and he, of course, he went on to learn Russian and earn 2 PhDs, and so really, really inspiring story. But, you know, here's like a guy who had nothing, and you know, was well, I guess you could say in some respects, you know, very lucky to be picked up, or to have the opportunity that he was given. But, you know, but was, you know, a guy who was very thankful for everything he had, because he started out with nothing, absolutely nothing, right? I mean, can you imagine? No water, no electricity, nothing. I mean, it was a mud hut essentially what he was raised in. So, and still a lot of people in Africa live that way. So kind of something that we ought to remind ourselves, right? We think this is the world we live in, but we are in the, I want to venture to say we are in like maybe the top 1% of the 1% of the world, you know, in terms of our living standards. So anyways, you know, think about 5 things that you're thankful for, jot them down first thing in the morning, and believe it or not, that can help you in this. I'm at 7.5 minutes. Okay, guys, submit, commit. You know, with that story right now, everything should feel easy to you, right? Everything should feel easy to you. All right, do 4 workouts this week, okay? You can get in the gym 4 times, right? We got everything at our disposal. You can get in the gym 4 times to do your weight training, and then, of course, get your cardiovascular work in, all right? I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a wonderful day, and be good. You've got 2.5 weeks, right? 2.5 weeks. Talk to you guys all soon. I got to get used to this thing, right? Can you use the clicker?